back onto this project now. There's a few things I want to do to it. I'm waiting for gaskets for the oil cooler. So while I'm waiting for them, we'll might as well get everything else done I wanted to get done on it. So I've got this chain loose with the adjuster, got all the bolts out. Now I'm just going to cut these bolts off. I've just got this jacked up with the jack, so I've got clearance under there. See how loose it is. Looks like I can get into these ones with the cut-off disc, and then hopefully I can get into the other two bolts. I was going to try and use a Recipo saw with some metal blades. So we'll see how that goes. And then the other thing I'll be doing is, I've decided that because the fuel tank's still got nothing in it, I'll probably probably never have it as low as it is now, like completely drained. So I've decided to fix this nasty dent. Said something come on there pretty hard. This is pretty thick steel. You can see where the original weld line is, where they've fabricated it. It runs up through here and then down through there. Up when to put the corner in by the looks of it. I think the best way will be, I might cut that right through here, cut this whole section out, and then we can get in and basically panel beat it to shape and weld it back in or TIG it back in. It hasn't damaged here, so I better cut down through there. It's got a couple of little dents in the tank. There's one there, but I might better get from the inside. I'll see. I'm not too worried about those little ones. Even the nice one here, look. A few small dents is not that bad. It's, even if you paint it, it just shows you a bit of battle scars, doesn't it? Alright, let's get cutting. I end up just drying the tops off. I'm just going to get a G-clamp and try and lift that up because I haven't quite got the head off there. Look out. Cow wants a look. Don't think you can help much there. Just don't chew my lead. I'm going to get a G-clamp. So I've just been cleaning up these surfaces here because it sits on raised bolsters. We'll work out some bolt lengths now. Oh, that's a bit more done. think that's come up alright. I got the fit pretty good, so just a few little lumps to get out of it by the looks of it still, but I'm pretty wrapped with that, how badly damaged that was. I think for now I'm just going to put some etch primer on it and worry about that later. Because I reckon I'll probably do a bit more welding. I'm using a bit of silicon bronze here, that's a good filler. Just to fill up all these little low spots. And it does sand off nicely. So, this dent's nearly out, but that's alright. And like I say, I'm not going to get it perfect, but I think it adds to the patina of it. So we can actually get some fuel for it now and put some fuel in it. Now, according to the book, this primary filter is just getting gravity from the tank through this line here. So I should be able to turn the tap on, open this up, and it'll fill up until it comes out of there. But this filter is actually being pressurized from the fuel pump. But it says in the book that I should still be able to turn this tap over and do the same procedure and let it run out of there, and that bleeds the system. And you're just ready to start then, really. We'll try it. I should better undo this one. Oh, and the bit air come out. I can hear it running in. There it comes. It's going everywhere now. And then put that this way. Yeah. So you've got to put it in the middle to get it to that side. Right, yeah. So I've just got some bolts for the top carrier. Just going to run some good heavy washers on the top there, where it's all worn there. That'll do. And I've also just I didn't realise that this yoke are only sitting dowels, so they're actually not bolted in. So when you loosen the track tension off enough, you can actually pull that out. So I've pulled it out. That doesn't look too bad, but I might get it out, just repack it with some more grease. I've got to clean these threads out because I've got some new lock nuts to go in there. That's coming undone alright. You can see the rubber in that one. But the only issue with this is, even though I've undone this one here, this eyelid didn't even move. And I'd say it's gone pretty tight in this guide here. You can see where they've been trying to tighten it and they've been hitting out with the block bust and see the burr on it. So we'll have to see how we go with that one. Maybe a bit of use might free this up. It could be just rust and dirt and stuff in there. But yeah, this idler's gone pretty tight on the guides. We'll see what happens when we get it going. So I've got this bolt here out. Got a new one to go in there. And I've just noticed that this flange is broken off this bottom roller here. There's not a lot I can do about that at the moment. It's a big job to pull that roller out. You've got to pull all these track guards off, so I think I'll try and get in there and just cut that out for now. You don't really want that rattling around and getting caught up in there. It's not really going to affect it. So I'll cut that out and get this yoke back together. Clean the lock nut up, clean the threads out in here. Just glued a bit of rubber on there so when you do the lock nut up, it hopefully seals the dirt off from getting into that thread. Well, I got that wrestled in there. Wasn't the easiest thing to do, but I put a G-clamp on here and just climbed over the tracks and reached over and just kept trying to ease it into position and then got the bolts in. I've just got them nipped up now. This here was the loose grouser plate. I'd say it's been loose for a very long time. I've just cleaned all the rust off it, and the holes are pretty sort of slogged out a bit. And you see the wear on the plate. Look at the marks on there where it's been moving around. I'll get some new bolts and get them nice and tight. I think it'll be alright still. Got this cut out. I've just been searching in my pile of stuff, and I found this, and I sent 4 3/4 track bolts left over from the Fowler, so hopefully that'll locate in the, oh yeah, that looks like it should locate in between that stops it from turning. Cool, I'll get that one on now. Just cleaning some gasket surfaces. Chucked a bit of paint on that. These gaskets showed up. A couple of engine cover gaskets there as well. I've got to get in here and keep trying to scrape that gasket off. Pretty stuck, that gasket. Just throwing a bit of a non-hardening sealant on there. And we'll try and get this in. It's tricky because the bolts, I'll have to put the middle bolts in because they hit the chassis rail, the side of the dozer there, so you could try and get it, pull it all together and sit it all in there. Don't forget that either. That's got to go on, and the clamp's got to go on. Can't get that in after. Goes to the water pump. I've got the oil cooler in. It was quite difficult. I actually had a couple of goes at it, but I just couldn't hold it up, so I got my father to come and give me a hand and hold it up underneath while I got the bolt started. So they're all in. The back ones are tricky, but it's ready for the oil bath. Filters, put them on. Got to get some fittings for the sump plug or tap I'm putting in. I can actually put oil out then. Then I might drain the final dries out and put some new fresh oil in them. Here's my sump drain tap. It's a little ball valve. It's actually got a lock on it so you can't open it. Just had to get some adapters for it, or an adapter. I did put a bung in it, which is probably not necessary, but won't matter. It'll stop stuff going up in there. There we go. Well, I didn't hear any chunks fall in, so that's a good sign. Looks pretty dark. It's a very thick gear oil that they've got in there. The book actually lists just engine oil. We'll probably put an oil called, it's called Torque Oil 50. We'll probably put that into it. Clevis pins, just got to get some split pins now, and then adjust those steering clutch free play. I haven't got much free play on there. Should have a bit more than that, so I'll have a look at those adjustments. I've just been adjusting the free play on the steering clutches just by turning these turnbuckles, I suppose you call them. They give a certain measurement from the dash here, should be inch free play. So that's set. And I've just been checking the oil for the gearbox. It's actually quite low, so I'll top that up as well. Probably won't drain it because what's on the dipstick looks alright, so I reckon I'll just top it up for now. Just picked up all the new seats, all reupholstered. So these are the bottoms, he's curved the front. These are the backs, he's tapered that in and then just curved the top of that. All the mounting lugs. That little hook there hooks in onto the fuel tank. So they've come up excellent. And now I've just got to screw these ones on for the battery box lids, which is some new plate I cut, bit of stainless. So just got to screw them onto there. That there's the lug to hold it down. And I just need something on the back just to hold it down as well. They look really good. Come up alright. I put a bit of paint on there because it was quite rusty and the rust was just going to end up scuffing the vinyl. So that didn't, just threw some paint on for now. That'll be fine. They don't feel too bad. Pretty happy with that. Got the armrests. Got all the battery connections finished off now. Probably have to do something with this later on. I'm thinking about trying to run this through under the seat somehow and come up with a different setup, but it's just something I was thinking about. You can't really have anyone sitting there if you're going to use the blade, can you? That's alright. I'll probably end the video now. I don't want to make them too long. So the next one, I've got to pull the bonnet off. I've got to get power up to this switch for the gauges, or only for the hour meter and volt. We're going to pull the rock cover off and do a couple of checks under there. Check the injector timing and valve clearance. I'm going to grease the rollers up and then, yeah, we'll fire it up and see what happens. Stay tuned.